welcome to Under the Plum Bob, the podcast about all things related to the game called The Sims. Uh, which is 22 years old. Fun
Yeah.
fact. That was brought up quite a few times in the thing we watched today. What did we watch today, Jess?
The Behind the Sims Summit, I think is the official name of it.
Why did they think they went with Summit
I don't know.
instead of just like... I was wondering that the entire build-up. Like,
Yeah.
why Summit? This isn't...
For something called the Summit, I did expect something more than what we got in it, but...
I did hear that a lot of, like, it was a letdown. I didn't think it was, because I think we got a lot of interesting news
Yeah.
that has a lot of ongoing ramifications.
Yeah. I think too many people went into it with expectations.
I think people wanted shorter term expectations. Like, this
Yeah.
thing's gonna happen tomorrow. Everybody check it. You get a car. You get a car. Everybody
Yeah.
gets free cars. Which was not gonna happen.
No, it won't.
But we watched... You used up a day off.
Mm-hmm.
I pretended to work on my work from home day so we could collectively watch this. If my boss asked, I was doing a very important project for some very important people.
Yep.
She should know about it.
We'll all vouch.
Yeah. These people knew about it. And it was only 30 minutes, which also was shocking to me.
Yeah, I think we were thinking it was going to be more like an hour or something.
Well, normally their things are an hour. They're like, when they do packs, it's an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we thought this would be. But they're like, nope, here are some facts. We're done. Here's exactly what we're doing. Also, this was pre-taped. I think they learned their lesson. Pre-taped.
Just pre-tape everything. It's good to go. No streaming issues.
Well, it's not like they talk to the chat too much during those things, during the live streams. So I think they would do better to not pre-tape some of their stuff. Well, I guess it did, like, it was a warning for for my wedding stories of, like, this is broken because they can't even get their thing to work.
Yeah. Oh, God, my wedding stories.
So we watched it. We talked to the people who are in our Discord while it was streaming. So, like, we got a lot of opinions real quick. There was opinions in the chat. There's always opinions in the chat. Twitter was a buzz.
Social media is flooded, yeah.
Everybody's just got opinions. We got opinions too. We can share.
Yeah. We'll talk about what we saw and what our opinions on this stuff is.
We can go it beat by beat because you
I tried.
Notes are just your live blog notes.
Yeah.
The notes coming in after being like
I was trying to type that and talk to Discord and pay attention to what was going on. It was like, I
think the first thing we said is like, I'm gonna have to watch that again. I think I'm pretty sure I missed something for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we can start at the beginning.
Yeah,
which Phoebe Robinson hosted. We love Phoebe Robinson.
We love Phoebe Robinson.
You Can't Touch My Hair is her book. I'm pretty sure that's the name of her book. We love her. She also did a voiceover for one of the Sims commercials, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. She's
pretty vocal about loving the Sims, so this isn't just they got a celebrity. No, she actively talked about it. She does, yeah.
So that was cool to see.
It was, and as of today, spoiler alert, we recorded this way early, like the 18th, the day after the summit.
Yep.
The Sims 4 is free, everybody.
Yeah.
It's free.
If you weren't already playing Sims 4, now you can go do that for free.
We love free things.
We do.
Some people are mad of like, I bought money for this, and it's like, how long ago did you buy this game though?
Right? I was late on the Sims 4 train, but I was still okay. Like, I'm still okay with people getting it for free, yeah.
We've had it for several years.
It's what happens, especially when the game's that as old as it is. Like,
it's 8 years old. It's so old.
It's so old. Everything is old. I am old.
They did say something like, you guys love the Sims delivery thing, so we're going to do that monthly now. Mm-hmm. Do we love the Sims delivery? I don't like that I have to go into the game, find out there's an update, then leave to have an update. I hate that, and I think I'm way behind on updating my Sims delivery stuff, because every time it's like, do you want to do this? No. Sometimes it has... I've played, and it's been like, where we start the game for this delivery, and I'll just say, yeah, just restart it, and then I just don't play. Like, oh, it's an extra step? No, thanks.
No, thank you.
I'll get the free thing, but I'll come back later for it. They also said that there's two more expansions coming. Did they say what kind of expansions? No.
No,
Did they say when those expansions are coming out? No.
In the future.
just expansions are coming, and we were like, we hope so. That's all you're making money on now.
Yeah. So Sims 4 is still continuing on for a while, at least.
Well, they said earlier this year they have years to go on this game, so that's not too surprising. But I just laughed at the vagueness of
yeah.
things are coming. It's like, well, you're not making money off the base game anymore. I hope so.
But yeah, with those 2 expansions, we are going to be getting new worlds.
2 new worlds.
2 new worlds.
One of them kind of looks, the one on the left. Does it look, I want to say a little bit Hispanic, like a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I get you. It's very colorful.
It's colorful. The buildings are very like stone square, not like
Yeah.
it's like obviously not a New York brick building. It seems more like it's stone. I don't know enough about architecture, and I'm ignorant American, and I'm like, this hints at vaguely Hispanic, but I can't tell you what kind of Hispanic it is.
Yeah.
And I said the one on the right kind of reminds me of San Francisco.
With the bridge in the back there, yeah.
Yeah. But somebody said that San Myshuno is also San Francisco, is based off of San Francisco, but it's based off of like 4 large cities. But I'm hoping this means we get another city because per our Sims drafts, their cities are their best things. Give us cities, give us things to do.
I think multiple times, like several of us have said, like the best packs have always been the ones with the cities mixed
Downtown, nightlife, city
late
living,
night, city
late
living.
night.
They're always the best.
Sims 1 have a city?
Not like a really city per se. I think like downtown was the closest you got to it.
They were new. They were babies.
Yeah, they were just starting out.
We're just happy you're here, babe.
Yeah.
And they had new builds, and one of them, we should have had Julie on to explain what these builds look like.
Yeah.
Zoomed in. So it looks kind of antique-y, I heard a lot of people say, the one on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is kitchen, and the one's a bedroom on the left, and the other one's on the right. It's a kitchen, but it's a lot of like wood.
Wood and stone.
Yeah, it looks like it could like go along with cottage living really easy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And did you see that there's little cups where the plates are? There's little cups under there.
I did not.
We love that for us.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then they also did more ways to tell your Sim story. And it looks like accessories and clutter objects. And like the clutter is like a little drawer that you keep your makeup and hairpins and hairbrush in.
Definitely a set of drawers that I have in my house.
Yeah, like this plastic thingy over here kind of looks like it. A thing that looks like it's full of letters. Like I see a cassette tape in this box of like, it looks like something you might find in your basement.
Yeah, just memories all boxed up.
And then dentures in a cup. We love to see it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's zoned in on the dentures. Like,
yeah. we love our elder Sims. They barely get any attention.
That with the kind of antique look of the build had some people thinking that maybe we'll have some kind of pack that's towards the elders, or maybe a generations pack.
Ooh, either would be good. I'd love to see like a retirement home in The Sims. That'd be something different.
Would that be no, it wouldn't be game. Would it be gameplay? Would it be a game pack? I don't think it's enough to be an expand. Maybe a generations is enough for an expansion pack, but I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think just like an elder thing would be enough for a whole expansion.
And a kit is too vague. If they still did, my brain's dead. We're also doing this. I worked. This is also like.
It's like right after work, so.
Yeah, these days when we record like directly after is always just like, I use my brain already. Oh my god.
And then I've been like in zone out mode all day, so it's like
because you've been
out of focus.
We're here. We made it. Everyone should be so proud of us.
I hope you're enjoying the episode.
Oh yeah, because everybody, this is like a week old. They've had a week to process the news.
We are still taking this in and processing in our heads.
Oh, and there's like a cute little, is that a mod chair-ish? Does that look like, is that a mod style?
I would say that is.
Maybe Julia will yell at us, but it looks
Yeah.
kind of, it looks vintage, I guess, would be
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't look old. It looks like something in the, well, I guess 60s is old.
50s, 60s
50s,
era.
60s? Mad Men? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Fancy.
So that's just, they were like just a hint and a wink and a flirt of things to come, enough to make people go, maybe, but it might be generational. But I don't see anything towards children.
No, not in this.
Just, and there's also something to do. It looks like I don't know if this is underwear or a
Yeah, I have
bathing
no
suit.
idea what this sim is wearing.
It looks like custom content, to be honest,
It
but
really does, yeah.
I feel creepy because it's like I'm zooming in. What are you wearing, lady?
As it looks like she is standing in underwear. We were like zooming in looking.
It might be a bathing suit. Besides the bands, I would have said it's a bathing
Yeah.
suit, but the bands make it look like underwear
Yeah. It's
and
very
pants.
confusing.
But it might be something to, maybe it's a kit. It's a clothing kit. They've been hit or miss.
Mm-hmm. They have some good ones. They have some bad ones.
You have a note saying I think the roadmaps are one of the best things they've done.
Yes. Because they highlighted the fact, like, all the roadmaps that they've done
Oh,
in,
that's
like, the last
true.
year. And I'm like, I love that they did that just so that we kind of know what's coming.
Yeah, so you're not like, oh god, I got blindsided by this stuff. And then Kelsey Dangerous, Kelsey and Pichike, whichever Kelsey you know her as, did a like simmer in the street situation where
Yeah.
she just talked to people on the street. I don't think she expected to find any simmers from her first. Like, she knows, everybody
Yeah.
knows everything about this game.
Kind of like in a sarcastic way.
Yeah. So probably the fact that she found people at all where she was like, oh, hello.
Success.
And I did let she happened upon somebody who actually voiced somebody in The Sims.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they had him, like, stationed there just in case she
You
didn't find
just
anyone.
you just stay here. I did laugh at, she's like, prove it, say something in Simish. And I was like, we all could have just gone beep beep boop 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 and it would have sounded
Yeah.
like Simish.
It sounds good to me.
I was like, we could all pretend to be Simish. So
Yeah.
look, I did.
They've used the same phrases for 22 years, so.
Badish.
Badish.
Uh Everybody, she was horrified that everybody wanted to who the Grim, but it's like,
Yeah.
of course we do.
Of course. It's the Grim Reaper.
She did say, like, he kills people. I want to be like, Kelsey, he doesn't kill people. He shows up after they have died.
Yes.
Those are
They've
two
already
separate
died.
things.
He is there to escort them to the afterlife.
He's helpful. He's doing his
Yes.
job. There's no
He's
reason
not
to
evil.
be. No, he's just a guy doing a job, and he's accessorizing with a little pink social bunny.
Yeah.
He seems great. Whenever there's children in my home and they cry at him, he always, like, hugs them.
Yeah.
So he feels bad about it.
Yeah. He was very kind to my toddler in my game.
He hugs the chickens before he takes
Yeah.
them away. I do wish they would update cats and dogs so he's as nice to the cats and dogs as he is to the
Yes.
the chickens when he takes
That's
them
what I
out.
loved about Sims 3 is that he would, like, play with the cats and dogs before taking them.
Like, aw,
So
babies.
sweet.
Also, I love anytime Simmers talk about horrible things they've done to their
Yes.
Sims. I think it's so funny. And, like, it's always with just the purest love of, like, yeah, I did that. I did do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I locked him in a room and set everything on fire. Yeah,
And then you're
I did
hearing
that.
the words, and you're like, "That's if you don't play this game, it sounds like
Yeah.
you just."
I love all the Tumblr posts that are like, "Oh my god, the repairman came over and he got electrocuted and he died and I put his body in the basement and now I've got, like, his grave there," and everyone's like, "Are you talking
Ah.
about The Sims?"
Well, even on Reddit, sometimes I'll read like a headline, like the topic post, and I'll be like, "The fuck is?" Oh, okay, great, good. It's
It's The Sims.
it's a
It's all good.
Sims. Good, good, good.
Good.
So what takes us to next is, I think, the first big news we had. I
Yeah.
think there's two big news breaks on this. Like, one of them is
Mhm.
like, we're giving you eventual new content for Sims 4. And you're like, great.
Yay. Good to know.
We hoped.
Yeah.
This is the big one. Um EA is making an official platform to download I don't know if it's affiliated or just approved trusted mods and custom content.
Yeah.
And it's going to be through Overwolf, so it's going to like CurseForge. But there's a whole bunch of, I think it is CurseForge and yeah, CurseForge official squad member, and it's Overwolf on CurseForge. They're affiliated somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, I've never really heard of any of this before, so I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
CurseForge I've used for WoW. It's where I would get my mods for WoW for like damage stuff and like things to manage your space. So I've downloaded stuff on CurseForge before, but I think this is a good move for EA to have,
Yes.
because downloading part of the reason I don't do it too much is because it's shady down, because you're like, God, I
Yeah.
hope I don't get a virus from this.
Is this a trusted source?
Did I click on the wrong blinking downloads thing? Because there's
Yeah.
5 and they're mostly traps. Where do I go?
Yeah.
Uh,
I always have that problem.
and they're gonna be creating. So they're gonna be stuff that's approved through EA. I'm betting money that it's probably like Wicked Whims might not be involved. Like maybe not Wicked Whims might be there, but doesn't Wicked Whims have like a nicer version of Wicked Whims?
I think so.
So it might not be like the hard R stuff, but maybe they're nicer content that'll be like, we like this creator. This creator makes things that won't destroy your computer.
Mhm.
And then that way, because also in lately there's been a lot of there's been gross mods of non-consensual stuff, age
Yeah.
things, just stuff that I guess there's a line in the sand between like hardcore murder, which is fine, and
Yeah.
just the kids and animals stuff that's been popping up, the racist stuff that's been popping up.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be there's no way for EA to affiliate themselves with the third parties really, because they're all third parties. And this way they have a list of like, we like these creators are creators we stand by.
Yeah. You can trust that you are getting quality mods in CC, you are getting appropriate mods in
Mm-hmm.
CC. You're not going to be surprised by like some hardcore graphic things.
If you don't want it. I
Yeah.
am interested to see what level of mods they let in. Like Twist and Mexi was the first one I saw that was like, yep, I'm a mod squad member, which makes sense because that's a build one. I'll be
Yeah.
interested to see Kiwi Stacy also I saw. I was gonna make a list, but then there was a lot and I had no way to organize it. So
And they mentioned in the stream that Hey Harry is going to be.
yes, that was the first one they mentioned.
Mhm.
So if you have a custom content person that you like or a mod person that you like, I recommend checking out their Twitter to see if they've said that they're a mod squad member or not. I imagine that list will grow.
Yeah. But there is a large amount of people already on it.
There's a
So,
ton. There's a
yeah.
lot.
Like every time I was like scrolling through Twitter, I saw another one and another one and another
And
one. Like
another
the ones
one.
that I don't even know are like, "Hey, I'm on the mod squad."
But I wonder what that line's going to be, or if there'll be like a violence mod, but like a limit. No, they probably won't do a violence mod. I don't know what their
I
line's
don't
going to
know.
be. That'll be interesting because I know that for the most part they don't care about the violence mod, and I feel like they don't care about Wicked Whims with the amount of EA members I've seen in streams using those
Yeah.
mods and then being like, haha, so funny. I feel like if they minded, they would have put their foot down a long time ago, especially since
Yeah.
those two are their biggest mods. Like that, those are some big mods, Wicked Whims and the Violence mod.
Mhm.
So I wonder what their line's gonna be, or if they asked for some of those mod creators to make PG
Toned
13
down.
version, yeah,
Yeah.
PG-13 version of their game.
It'll be interesting to see.
And I wonder if these affiliated mods and it means that like if they're affiliate, this is just speculation. There's no way we won't know until it's set up. But the people who are affiliated, like say you use Twisted Mexi, you don't have to every time there's an update, maybe you won't have to remove that mod from your game.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's what I think that would be the most important. If that was the case of, hey, this affiliated mod, you don't have to take it out of your game every time the game updates. This custom content, you don't have to
It's
remove
not gonna
every time.
break.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Mhm.
Especially since I know Julia loves Twisted Mexi, but I can't imagine. I don't use mods because I'm lazy. and I don't want to deal with taking all the shit out and putting it back in. And it's
That's
easier.
why I haven't done more mods. I'm like, okay, if everything's gonna keep breaking, I'm done for right now.
Yeah. For a while, I had the stupidest mod of just, I want 4 columns in cast, not 3. I would like more or not 2. I would like more columns because that's the kind of player I am. I just want more cast columns.
I recently changed like the dimensions on my game in Sims
Oh,
3, so I get like the entire like when I pull up like build buy or cast or something, I get the entire like list in one go.
ooh, I do wish you could pull up in Sims 4. You could pull it up to see more of it. It being like 2 lines is like I just have to keep scrolling.
I know. It's like did I pass what I wanted? Scroll back up, scroll back up.
Going back and playing Sims 2 though is like, oh fuck, there's no search feature in here. I have to
Yeah.
actively look for things. I have
I
to
know.
read.
I don't realize how much The Sims 4 has affected my gameplay until I hop back into Sims 3 and then I'm like, fuck. I have to go look for something?
Oh, was the search not in Sims 3?
I don't think so, no. I
Oh.
think that was one of the ones that I was like, God damn it, Sims 4. Being better at something.
How dare you? You're supposed to be crap in everything. But that was a big one. I don't know. We don't know when that's going to happen. Soon, I imagine, since they know. Let me see if this says. When the platform launches, it will include content. So we don't know when this is going to happen, but it is going to happen soon.
In the near-ish future.
This probably is the one that's going to happen the soonest for Sims 4 news, I imagine. But I am interested to see what they back and what they don't back. That should be fun for us. To be like, where is your line? And then they did a nice little, oh, we've been here for 22 years.
Yeah. And they had like highlights from all of the games. Although I didn't see too much from Sims 1. I saw a lot of Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4.
Yeah.
Mobile games. Not so much Sims 1, though.
I was just happy to see Sims 2 stuff because I feel like they don't talk about Sims 2 a lot because they don't want people to talk about it going back on. They don't want to.
It was definitely a lot less Sims 2 stuff than even the Sims 3 and Sims 4 stuff.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry about that thing we're not going to offer you. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I mean, you can see some stuff, but don't worry about anything else from here.
Then they did a thing. I wasn't the first thing I said is like they're gonna do. These were 2 things I called. I was like they're gonna do a thing that they're gonna talk about things that they've done, and then they're gonna do a whole segment on the plumb bob that we've known about for 3 weeks.
I know. I called like the pat on the back segment.
Look at us making things, making a game, doing our jobs.
We're awesome.
Look at our things.
Look, we made this.
The plumb bob was very sentimental.
That was, yeah.
I was kind of surprised. Like, more sentimental than the, like, look at what we've done part of it.
I meant to go back and watch that part of it because I did kind of miss that little bit. I mean, I took it in, but it was like, they were talking about, like, oh, the plumb bob represents this and this and this.
They were talking about it in a way that you're like, oh, nothing's about to get announced right now. I can turn my brain off for a second.
That was when I added the 5th thing and started texting my wife. At that point, I'm like, okay, I gotta text.
And then they did a thing with, what was her name? Oh my god. There was a musician that I think she was recording her bit about her Sims version of her song. Hold on.
Yeah. I am not with current music, so I could not tell you.
It is fun that they get the actual performer to cover. We're Googling. We're looking it up. We're back. Anita's. I don't know her either because I listen to Broadway music. But Anita? What is her name? Hold on. I want to say her name correctly. But I don't know. Phoebe says her name, so I wanted to find it. Yeah, it is just Anita. That was a good use of our time. I'm glad we did that.
Yep. Her name is Anita.
It's spelled a little weird, so it's got 2 T's in it, so I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah.
If it was. And then there was a dance break. So Anita talked about, there was a little behind the scenes of Anita covering her songs in Simlish. And then there was a dance break with a song that was pretty catchy, but I don't think that was Anita's song. I don't know what song that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't say, and I liked it. Like, all of us were kind of like, oh, this is kind of catchy.
It's catchy.
Oh.
Dance along.
I don't think it was her song, though. It didn't sound quite right, but what do I know?
Like I said, I'm not with with current music, so I don't know.
The dance was cool. The song was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they needed to do that, but that was fun. But hi, cat.
My cat got banished.
I tried to banish, but then she just broke through the door.
Oh.
But there was a dance break. Oh, and then the Sims Free Play and the Sims Mobile both had updates.
Yep.
We played those games so much. We care a lot
Oh
about.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not like we had a whole episode where we were shit talking the Sims Free Play or anything. No.
It looks like Sims 1 graphics.
It does. It really does, and I hate them.
But they improved the graphics.
A little bit.
They were proud of. They improved them.
Yes, they have updated the Sims Free Play Sims themselves. They don't look quite as old and tired anymore. Like I wrote down in these notes, like even the kids looked like they'd been working in a factory for 15 years.
I was like, they look scary. Like all of us in our Discord chat were like, ugh.
Yeah. What the fuck is this creepy? But they're a little less creepy now.
They're less creepy, and you can be less creepy on a yacht.
Yeah. They are saying later on you can buy your own super yacht, which was like an exclusive thing before. I didn't even get on the yacht.
And a Christmas cabin event's gonna come up.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the events were the only reason I kept playing that game.
I'm this close to re-downloading Diner Dash, and I have to be like, no, you play it too much. You can't play. There are reasons you removed it from your phone. That's all you did was Diner Dash.
That's how I'm with my merge dragons. I gotta like stop myself every now and then. This is too much. You've been on this all day.
What did you play?
Merge dragons.
Is that the game where you just match it and they become bigger and bigger dragons?
Yeah, it's like you combine like the three or five things together and it creates stuff.
What I want games to do, because they always have other games and ads for other games, let me play the game in the ad, because some of them let me do that, and I'm like, this is the best thing you could have done, is to just let me play it. Some of them don't, because you click it and it just takes you, but like, just let me play for the minute that you're gonna make me look at this anyway. Keep me engaged.
I'm stuck here watching the ad. You might as well let me play it.
That's what I want from them. They listen to us, obviously. So
obviously, we're plugged into so many different companies.
I'm a sleeper agent for the games.
Yeah. All these mobile game companies.
I was playing the one where you do the little. They look like little potion bottles, and they're all different colors, and you need to pour the stuff into the same.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw my twin sister, and she was playing that game, and she was on level 5,000 or something, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of time in that one.
It's so much time. Then I played it to 200, and I was like, I should stop. And then in the Sims Mobile does sometimes get some stuff that we want. They have some stuff that we want that we don't have. They have spiral staircases?
I think so.
Hold on. Sims Mobile spiral staircases. No, never. Well, I guess not. They don't have spiral staircases. I lied to you.
Wouldn't have surprised me if they did.
Sometimes they announce stuff and you're like, oh, we don't have that. We're your favorite child. You give it to us first.
Do not give it to the mobile games.
You can have our leftovers. It is kind of like if you play Sims on the computer or the platforms and then you play it on your phone and you play Sims Mobile, you're kind of just buying the same stuff multiple times because they just have the exact same stuff just on the mobile games. It's nuts because I'll see ads for it and I'll be like, I know that dress. That dress is from Get Famous. You can just buy it for $5? No.
That's what always kind of kept me from playing Sims Mobile. I'm like, this is all just Sims 4 stuff that I've already paid for. So
I already sunk too much time in. So
yeah,
in this
I'm not starting brand new on my phone.
I don't know how that works. My phone will get overheated. No, thank you.
My battery will die in an hour.
Oh, this thing's plugged in all the time. It's solid. Oh, but they got balconies.
Yeah, Sims Mobile got balconies. That's their big announcement today.
Good for that. Do you think they were just like, we gotta do something, guys? We got nothing. Crap.
Well, Sims Mobile's got new balconies. Okay, make a whole segment.
That's us. That is us. They did do a little bit of highlighting Simmers that stream. They did give everybody little nicknames. I like the Chaos. I can read it, but I can't say it. Chaos Connoisseurs. I was like, I like that a lot. Chaos Connoisseurs.
I love that.
There has been a little bit of pushback on this particular segment. There was only one person of color, I think. It was just yeah, there was only one black simmer recognized, and it was Spring Sims. He was the only one. Because he even said, like, I'm thankful for being included in the reel, but it makes me sad I was the only one where there weren't more black simmers included. There's a lot of black simmers who stream,
There
so the fact
are.
that they weren't included is weird. There's X Mira Mira, like there's a whole bunch. Like
Yeah.
it was weird they only had one. That could have been a really, really diverse area, and they
Yeah,
did
they
not do.
really could have done that, yeah.
Especially since this was all did we talk about how this was all pre-recorded?
Yeah.
This is all pre-recorded, so they could have pre-approved. So it also nobody caught like, hey, maybe we should get a more diverse set in here.
Goes back to all of those complaints we've had before. It's like they've got one like black person in the office and they trot them out occasionally.
He's like, here you go. I did not expect one of the guys in the announcement had an accent, and I was like,
yeah.
like executive producers, like, what's this?
What now?
But that's been one of the just like critiques during this 30-minute thing of like, well, you could have done more for that.
We are a very diverse community, and that did not really come through.
Showcase it.
No.
And then this is probably the most debated thing in the announcement. I think you and I are more or less on the same page of what this is.
Yeah.
Or what it's going to be.
But there is a lot of debate and confusion about it, even in our own Discord.
Yeah. Even our own chat, we're just like, is this what this is? Like, what is it? It's like, it's a promise of things to come.
Yeah. That's all we got.
I was so annoyed during this announcement because Lindsay, who's an executive producer, she's been on there since Sims 2. She did a whole spiel about like this game and blah, 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 and feelings and like the importance, inspiration. We want to make this for you. And I think even in our Discord, I was like, say it. Say it.
Say
like,
it. Yeah. You did like 2 or 3 times in a row. Say it. Say it.
Say it. Like a whole new decade of The Sims, incorporating players into development. I think we are the phrasing. I played it back several times so I could type out exactly how she put it. We are building the next generation Sims game and creative platform, reimagining the Sims you know and love with new ways to play. And today marks the start of our journey over the next few years. Those are the words that I threw into this our little scripty mabob. It's called Project Rene. Of course, hip hip. They also hip hip. I like immediately was like hip hip Rene. Look at you, but also the purple plum bob too.
Yeah.
Not only is it her name, but it's also a purple plum bob.
Little known fact: she is also a sleeper agent for EA.
Yeah.
She's being activated sooner.
Yeah, she just got activated. I think she had a tweet of being like, those of you who don't like me, this is about to get far worse for you.
Yep. Get ready. I like that she changed her profile picture on Twitter, too.
Yeah. Immediately, her Twitter name became Project Rene.
Yep.
She's like, my time has come. Fantastic.
Yep. I will bank on this.
Fantastic.
Yes, Project Rene.
It's very, very early stages. Early stages.
Very early.
They were just showing things that can be done on Project Rene, and they picked Rene because it means like renewal and new beginnings. They showed basic graphics, but they showed like a couch, and on the couch you could change the pattern of the couch. You could change the color of the cushions. You could change
with a color wheel.
With a color wheel. You could change the top cushion, but not change the bottom cushion. You could change what kind of cushion. Was it one big long cushion? Was it several cushions? You can make it big, small in one selection. There was a lot of customization available.
Yeah. And the one thing that I saw, and it was stuck in my head because when we were on Stassi J's podcast, we had talked about it, was throw pillows. Mm-hmm. She wants throw pillows, and they showed throw pillows. You can set them up however way you want on your couch.
You could organize the throw pillows. You could sit there and angle them however you wanted. We're never going to see Julia again when that comes out.
No, God, no.
Somebody on Twitter was like, my builds are going to take 15 years when this comes out.
Well, you could even, like, change, like, the beds. They showed, like,
Yeah.
you could do it like a single twin size bed, or you could turn it into a big bed.
Oh, let me change the headboard. Let me change the style of
Yeah.
the headboard. Let me change the wood. It was a lot of stuff, and you could also play across devices at the same
Mhm.
time. So you could have it up on your laptop, but also pull your phone out and be like, it's easier to do this with my hands to rotate it, so I'm going to rotate it on here.
Spread it out, zoom it in.
And they also made it sound like it's going to be multiplayer because they said you could work together or with friends. So you could just Julia makes it perfect, and I come in right after her
Yeah.
and just I don't know what I'm doing.
Or you could go the other way and you could throw some stuff down and then she'll just, like, tweak it.
You did fine, sweetie. Jesus Christ.
Changes everything.
You did your best.
A for effort.
So this to me this sounds like this eventually will become Sims 5. This is a
Yeah.
soft launch of Sims 5. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's definitely what it sounds like to me.
There was mention in our Discord about like, oh, it could be brought into Sims 4. I don't think that's a different game we watched.
That is a much different game. There's no way that's going in to Sims 4.
It's not worth the rehauling of the code to make that available at
No.
all. It also sounded like if you sign up, you might be able to be a part of like alpha testing or something. Like if you go on and do newsletter, if you get the newsletter sent to you, you might be able to eventually sign up for alpha testing down the line. So if that's something you're interested in, I would. You also get a cool like Grim Reaper guitar if you do sign up for the. Yeah. Okay.
She wants to sign up for the guitar.
You want the guitar, pumpkin? No. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is Sims 5. I also saw somebody think it's going to be a separate Sims game, which I guess is possible.
It's possible. Do you think it could also be like them moving away from numbers completely? Like not so much like it's the 5th Sims game, but it's going to be like we're not going to call it Sims 5, we're going to call it Sims whatever.
Yeah, cuz I guess longevity of doing keep numbering it if you're going to go 30 years down the line, it's Sims 10.
Mhm.
Sounds exhausting.
Mhm.
Cuz even like Dungeons and Dragons is on its 5th edition, and for a while it was going by edition 2 to 3.5, 4, and the latest edition was a 5th edition D&D. Someone was like, I didn't realize it until someone pointed it out, but they've stopped referencing the current edition as the 5th edition. It's just been Dungeons and Dragons.
Hmm.
So maybe The Sims is doing the same thing.
Maybe. I only got thinking that just because if they are going to move to like a multiplayer cross platform kind of a thing, it is kind of different from what the previous games were. So I could see them like moving away from like a number.
Yeah, and if it's a separate game, to me that reads and it's just a building module. And then I feel like if they made just a building module, I feel like they'd lose too many people from like the
Yeah.
Sims game, and I don't know if that'd be worth it to them.
Mhm.
Also, let's break up the Paralives
Yeah.
comparison. There were so many people going like I saw the one that made me laugh the most was someone going, "Sorry, Paralyzed."
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
Cuz it did look a lot like a lot of the stuff that Paralyze has put out recently. It looks like it's going to be in this new version of the game.
Yes. I'm of that. I think what Paralyze is doing is good because I think The Sims needs a little competition. I also
Yes.
feel like they've been putting stuff out of what they're working on for years now. And I know
Mhm.
it takes time and they're an indie thing and da 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 da, but also it feels like it's never going to come out. And by the
Yeah.
time that it comes out, it might not be what we want it to be. Like, it might not be
Yeah.
like the change that it needed. And they
It's
keep
not
putting out.
gonna compete with The Sims by the time it does come out with whatever they have in it.
Yeah. And I saw a lot of people like they're just stealing Paralives ideas. It's like, well, Paralives is just utilizing a lot of what the original Sims, like a lot of what Sims 3 had.
Yeah.
Like Paralives stole a lot from the Sims game too. So let's not pretend like the color wheel is not a Paralives invention. That's a Sims 3
That was a
thing.
Sims invention, yeah.
So we will yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's funny. Paralives did make it had to be planned. The Paralives made an announcement tweet of like beard stuff. happening. Like you put beards on their whatever their version of Sims are, and like people are like, "This is blowing the summit out of the water before it even begins." And it's like, is it? It's just
Is
it's
it?
beard.
It's facial hair.
It's facial hair. You can change the color of it. Great. Like it wasn't mind blowing. There was a color wheel with the facial hair, but also there's a color wheel for all of it. So
Yeah. Basically what's already in every other iteration of The Sims.
I feel bad because I just don't think Paralives is what people are gonna want it to be.
No.
I just don't know, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts on Paralives. I don't know. It's just a lot that they're throwing in and not actual gameplay.
Well, maybe it is just. Well, I thought for a while it was just going to be a building thing because that's all they gave for a while was just building stuff, and it's like that'd be fun if it was just a building one. But then they brought in like their version of people, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, but I've seen no gameplay for the people. So how?
The one bit of gameplay I saw recently was just that they had an issue and they couldn't get the sim not Sims, whatever they are, their version of Sims were like folding in on it themselves.
Oh yeah, I did see people like, how are their glitches even funnier than The Sims? And it's like, well, it's funny because you're not playing it.
Yeah,
Like, could you
exactly.
imagine?
If you were having that in The Sims, I think you'd be a little upset. Why are they doing this?
We're upset when they all like glitch out and they're all like they turn into like the Fantastic Four guy who stretches around.
Yeah.
Like, your CC is hurt. Get out of it.
Yeah.
But no, I do like maybe they did see like they've had to be working on whatever they presented for a while anyway, but maybe they did see some of what Paralives put out and went maybe we do need to step up our game. So maybe Paralives did make The Sims actually push their buttons and like actually make something that works.
Yeah.
So maybe, but also it's
One could hope, but yeah.
It's not even an alpha yet. It's years to come. Do you think that we're gonna still get more updates from this for Project Rene? Do you think we'll get constant updates for Project Rene?
I would hope so, but I don't know how many updates or how often it will be.
Would you sign up for the alpha if you got the chance? Would you play the alpha if you got the chance?
Oh, I get frustrated. I get frustrated with like things that are breaking. I know that's the point is to find what's broken so they can fix it, but I get so frustrated with broken things.
How's your Sims 4 playing going?
Oh yeah. Case in point, yes. I get frustrated playing this game.
Sometimes I wonder if it's like, I wonder if I just push aside too many issues that I find with gameplay. Because I'm wondering if it's like, oh, that didn't work, and I just move on.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I am having the same issues. I just don't focus on them, and I just ignore it. I'm like, oh, I don't see this bump in the road. Foomp. Oh, weird. That was
weird.
a weird jump. Boop, 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 boop.
I keep going back to Sims 3 and every so often like I have to like reset the whole lot because like my Sims are like floating between the floors and I can only do it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't play it right now.
I now know that this is happening. So my Sims 2 life prior to Sims 4 coming out, when I only had Sims 2 and I was just living my big rotation lifestyle, I now know that it's because what I would do is if my sim had money, they would get the matchmaker, and then the matchmaker, and I'd just be like, here's 5,000 simoleon, give me the strongest match that I got. And sometimes like the nanny would come down, like the person who comes over and babysits, the older lady would come down, and so I'd be like, okay, and so I'd make them join a game, and now I know that corrupts the game sometimes, and maybe that's why I was having such big issues. But there was the creepiest glitch I ever had, which is like already that's like there are some glitches that the other games had that would not fly today also. Like it just they would not like the rose colored glasses are like, oh, but those glitches are fun. Like, no, they're not fun. This destroyed my game. I couldn't load the lot. I was literally playing my legacy challenge. We ordered pizza. The pizza guy never came, and then my sim was reading at nighttime, and I looked out my Sim's window, and there was just the pizza guy standing by the pool. And I was like, ugh. And
where
then,
did you come from?
And then like more pizza guys started showing up, and more like NPCs started showing up and just standing in the backyard, and the whole thing just went boom, boom, and like crashed.
Oh no.
And I was never able to load that lot again, and I was on like generation 5 of my legacy,
no.
and I was like, it got haunted. And now I know it's because in my rotational play, somebody married the nanny and that broke it.
Oh no.
I wonder what fun glitches Sims 5 is gonna have.
I can't wait to find out.
Oh, this toilet just exploded for no good reason.
Yeah. Everything just keeps breaking.
And another hint that this is just a separate thing altogether is on the official The Sims Discord, Project Rene has its own sub chat. So it's not even under Sims 4, it's its own private little thingamabob. So people are talking about what they want it to be. Also, people are like, why isn't this under Sims 4? And people are like, because I don't think it's going to be Sims 4.
Now, so for the people that think this is going to be like updates to Sims 4, I don't think it's going to be. It seems completely separate.
Yeah, the first one is like, does this mean we're not getting a Sims 5? That's the first comment in this. It's like, everyone's just like, I think this is Sims 5. Shh.
Yeah.
Just a soft announcement.
Yep. Just a very subtle way of saying Sims 5.
And then there was the beginning.
They left off with like kind of a cliffhanger.
Babies.
They kept teasing it through the whole thing, like by having a crying baby sound.
And all of us they were like,
I hear a baby. What is that?
I knew something was up when they had Phoebe be like, was that a baby cry? Who's crying? What baby's crying? And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, so it's not just a sound they inserted.
There's a
supposed
reason
to be there. So they look. I've also seen a lot of people be like, "Oh, so little toddlers," and it's like, I don't know what you think babies are, but they are in fact
they are little toddlers.
That is what a baby is.
Pretty sure you go from baby to toddler, so yeah.
It's like that's exactly what I think it is. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna come in a free update. Sim Guru Ninja expecting 2023. I sent a tweet saying, "Is this an Aquarius or a Pisces?" and I've gotten no answer.
Oh no. We need to know.
I want a more specific date.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
That would give too much away.
Are we talking Aquarius or Pisces? And I don't think they know yet, so.
No.
Are you... I don't give a shit about babies, so...
I don't either. Like I said in our Discord, like, most of the time with Sims 4 babies, I put their little bassinet in the corner of the bedroom, and I don't even touch it. Well, I mean, I have the Sims go over and feed them, but I don't touch it until they age up.
Well, like, I prep the room for toddlerdom. Wherever they are, I prep it for, like, the toddler lifestyle. And that's it. I like that. I always kind of liked that it gave my Sims, like, just a resting period between the mom, like, crashing every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Between, like, the constant attention a toddler needs. But I guess it is going to be more realistic.
Mm. Yeah, they showed a baby crawling along the floor and then rolling over and getting picked up.
Rolling on his back, like he's crawling and then he got on his back. They also, in the background, there was a lot of cute deer stuff. Like, there was a lot of cute stuff that we have got. There was, like, a lot of different kind of cribs. So it seems like a lot of stuff's going to come. I don't know if babies are going to come in a free update, and I imagine some essential things are going to come with the free update, and then a kit or a game pack might be coming out that is kid-specific. Also, somebody mentioned in the New Worlds picture, before I forget, in the New Worlds picture, the one on the right, there's also a kid on a bike, so maybe kids on bikes.
Ooh.
And there's a parent with a baby on, like, a backpack.
Oh yeah, like a wearable baby carrier thing.
So maybe the city thing is going to come with some stuff for kids or something? I don't know. Or maybe it's like a suburb pack. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it was just someone pointed that out of, like, there's a kid on a bike and there's a baby on the back of a parent.
Maybe that leads more into, like, the generations. We get the babies, we get the dentures for the old people.
Maybe.
We get the bikes for the kids.
Also, I also like sometimes that babies are objects because it means I can, like, move them around easier. Of just, like, I just need you to go, because they're born sometimes in a bad place. You're like, I need you to go over here.
Yeah, in the middle of the living room where you can't get to the other side.
Or the bathroom. Why so many babies born in the bathroom? It's rude.
Very rude. Know your place, babies.
Oh, there was, and, like, that was the end of the summit.
That was pretty much it. Yep.
I think that's interesting stuff. None of it's immediate, which I think people are bummed about. I don't know why people thought, like, we're gonna get them. There's gonna be 5 packs available after the summit. Wow! But it's things to come.
Yeah. They're basically laying down a long-term roadmap for us.
I would have liked a more close, like a 3-month roadmap somewhere in there. Like some long-term stuff, and here's a roadmap coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess not. We haven't gotten a roadmap in a second.
No, we haven't. Hopefully another new one's coming.
They're normally every 3 months, right? Every quarter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To use business terms.
Every quarter.
Every quarter. We did get an update. Hold on. We didn't prep the update stuff, but that's okay. I put it somewhere. At some point I yelled at everybody that there was an update. It wasn't a big update, which is why we didn't prep it, because we were like, we believe in ourselves. Also, I forgot. Oh, and we turned 4. Huh.
Oh, yeah. There's some big news. We turned 4. We're so busy.
4 years old today.
Yeah.
Woo.
Our birthday, as of recording, our 4th birthday was yesterday. Yay.
So no blowing out candles. We're still technically. Oh, I guess you become like a 3-year-old, and you become like a 9-year-old. I guess when you blow candles. We're in between.
We're in between candles.
So happy birthday to us. We did it.
Yay.
4 years of stuff.
4 years.
How different the Sims game is from here now.
I'm just thinking like my Sims journey from when we started this podcast. I was like,
You didn't have Sims 4 at all. Yeah,
you were like, not have Sims 4.
I will only talk about Sims 3. I'll talk about nothing else.
I am the Sims 3 person. I will not play Sims 4.
What made you break? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I just remember I'm like, well, it's on sale. I think it was on sale. That was one reason. Sale. Then I'm like, you know what? I might as well. I think it was a good price on a bundle.
Once you get, which is also what I think the Sims people are hoping for with the base game, because once you get the base game, why not get that expansion pack? You know what? I really like that one dress from this one pack, so I guess I'll get this.
It's like I see people doing this and this and this. I need these packs to do that now.
Do you have, since we're here, do you have a pack that you'd recommend? Like, if you're starting out, like if we have new people, because there might be new people coming into the Sims game who might be coming into our new podcast. Or not new podcast. We're a 4-year-old podcast.
We're 4 years old now.
We're a baby. I'm a baby. But you're coming in new to our podcast, and you're someone who starts like to the newest episode. If you're a new Simmer, do you have a pack you'd recommend to new Simmers since the base game is free?
I would say expansion pack, City Living, definitely.
Yeah.
Snowy Escape is up there too. As far as game packs, I think we were talking maybe Parenthood.
I like Parenthood.
I do too.
I like gameplay.
Yeah. If you're into gameplay, Parenthood is a good one. If you're into just vibes, like the casts and the build buy stuff, I like Paranormal.
Paranormal's good. I agree with City Living. I also would say Cottage Living for like the complete opposite kind of the city to farm life. I like Spa Day. Out of all the packs where I was like, I did not care. I don't like if you tell me like, oh, it's about spa stuff. I'd be like, I don't care about this. But Spa Day is great. I love Spa Day. Parenthood is also one I'd back. Stuff pack, Laundry Day stuff is hard to beat, man.
Yeah, I do like Laundry Day.
The last like 3 stuff packs, they were knocking the stuff packs out of the park, and then they stopped them.
Yeah.
Because it was Tiny Living, Nifty Knitting, and Paranormal were the last 3, and then they stopped.
Oh, and those were all so good, I think.
They were all really good. Paranormal was good. Laundry Day stuff is good.
I love Nifty Knitting, but that's just me.
And then kits, it really depends on what you want to do. Because they're not all made for you, but I think almost all of us universally like the Little Campers kit.
Yes, that one is super cute.
Just throw that out for new people. If you're new here and you're wondering where to start, we like that. We also have done a couple of like pick your favorite game, like we've drafted Sims packs, but that was a while ago. But
might need to do that again.
Oh yeah, there is stuff. Some my choices might stay the same. Well, maybe we'll have different people draft.
Yeah,
but I think my choices mostly stay the same. I like the same stuff.
I would have to think about it.
What a good segue we did, just to buy time for me to find. So, in order to set up for all these new players coming in, something what people have called Sims 4 version of Clippy has arrived, Emily,
Oh
who's
boy,
like,
yeah.
do you need help? Do you need help with this stuff? And you're like, no,
No, go away.
I've been here. Don't cite the old laws to me, witch.
Yep.
I was there when they were written.
Yes. I like the one that uses Ron Swanson at the hardware store. He's like, hey, can I help you with anything? I know more than you.
I know what I'm about, son.
Yeah.
I can see how she'd be useful if you have, like, no clue.
Yeah.
I agree with some of the people I've seen and been like, you can figure this out. It's not too hard of a game, but if you need the help is there.
Yep.
We got a new trait, the loyal trait.
Loyal trait, yes.
They value relationships, and so they're committed to stuff. They stick to their job, they stick to their friends, they stick to their relation, they stick to their boyfriend, girlfriend, their significant
Avoid
other.
cheating of any kind.
I do wonder what it would do to them to cheat, though. What happens to them?
I would hope there's some negative moodlets, some good ones.
See, some people just murder their Sims. I'm like, what about emotional warfare?
Yes.
What if I what if I make them do exactly the opposite of what they want to do? What if I make them upset? In order to go along, we got a Plum Bob fan. That fan is available across all Sims things. So Sims Mobile got it. Sims, all of our Sims siblings got it. It's a cute fan. It's got a Plum Bob in the middle, and it's a fan. You can get it, and you can make your fan angry if you want. It can be a red Plum Bob.
I saw somebody point out that it kind of looks dangerous.
It does.
The Plum Bob. Yeah.
You're like, it's very pointy on very many ends. I don't know.
Yes. Don't know if I would want this in my house, but it's cute.
It's there. It'd be cute in like even though it looks dangerous, like I could see it in like a kid's room or like a teenager's room.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What's the equivalent of what if a Sim just had like Plum Bob stuff all over the place? What would that be? Is that just? I'm trying to think like because to us that'd be like I'm thinking too hard about it.
Yeah.
Because it's them like being like my emotions. It's like they had a mood ring wherever they go. No, I only got 5 new tattoos. They're Plum Bob inspired.
I think they showed one on like Bella Goth's arm in a promotional picture. The one where she's like playing on the computer, you can see it. Got by her elbow.
If they gotta promote something, they're gonna make Bella Goth do it.
Oh yeah. They showed one little snippet of like Sims video in the summit. It's like a bunch of Bella Goths all over the town.
You're just like, yeah.
Yep.
That is a good thing for like showing that trends happen, but that only really that you can start trends. Console UI scaling is now an option. It gets into more complex stuff, but you can scale stuff on. We like when console gets updates because they don't really get updates that much. So we were happy for this for them. I don't know if they needed it, but it's there now.
It is there.
I guess it depends on your TV.
Probably.
Gallery connection. We've made some changes to the way. Oh, so you're no longer automatically connected to the gallery. You can tell it to connect to the gallery. You can turn it on and off, I guess. Oh, it's mainly because the gallery kept. I don't know if you noticed, but the gallery crashed a lot.
I don't think I really noticed, but I can see how that's annoying.
So in order to like make sure that like it'd be more easier to use, they were like, maybe if not everybody's connected, maybe it'll go easier during busy times.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Can you imagine if you're trying to upload like a big house and it crashes in the middle? I'd just lose it.
I would lose my mind.
Were there any interesting updates? There was a whole lot of scenario stuff, which were like,
I will be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Applying clothing swatches should no longer switch the feminine frame to masculine frame when applied. That's always good for them. Changing from a full body outfit to new pants on a female child sim ensures the sim is properly dressed and waiting for whatever new outfit you select. Huh. No one expects it, but if a sim is killed by something from deepest space, they will get the death by meteorite trait in the family tree, along with oh my god, she left and I can't talk anymore. They will get the death by meteorite trait in the family tree, along with representation icon depicting their ultimate end. Untimely end. You left and I couldn't talk anymore. I've been trying.
Oh, no.
I've been trying to read this stupid thing and I keep saying words wrong. I kept saying like the things wrong, and I was like, it means the same thing, but that's not what it means. Oh, this one was custom pronouns are respected and level up in motor skill, level up in handiness skill, and level up in gardening skill. Whims including sessions after restarting the game. There was a lot of, with the high school update, the pronoun stuff wasn't sticking.
Mm-hmm.
People were upset.
I think, like, I don't have the high school pack, but I definitely noticed that some of those were a little not right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
This, I didn't know this was a problem. I thought it was...
I didn't know it was a problem either. I had the same issue in my game.
I was like, I noticed it, but I thought they were supposed to be doing it. Some pranks can be funny, but less so if they keep happening like toilet pranks were. We have dialed back the pranking so your Sims can have a little more confidence in their rest stop will end in a broken toilet. I noticed it happened a lot in that tea room bubble shop situation, that thrift bubble shop situation. I thought it was just because the high school kids have that one prank thing, so I thought they were just doing it more.
The father of my generation right now is an extremely mischievous person.
Father of my generation. Sorry.
I thought he was just pranking it over and over again. So I'm like, asshole, keep going.
Yeah, we would have just see that was like I was like, I would have just dealt with this problem. I wouldn't have thought it needed fixing.
Yeah.
I'm glad other people there to tell me to do better.
Yeah, this was actually an issue. Probably would have taken like until he was dead, and I'm like, wait a minute, who is still pranking these toilets?
His ghost. It's just
Yep.
I'd be so mad. Like, I thought we were done with this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mourn you, so you leave quicker.
Yep. I'm releasing your spirit now.
When you live in a small village like Henford on Bagley, you get to know everyone on a first-name basis. So seeing random NPCs working in the local pub was a shock for everyone. Now only pre-made NPCs will start off behind the bar and other local businesses. Yeah, sometimes I did notice that also, but also something I just was like, okay.
Yeah. I don't go out, especially in Henford on Bagley, too much.
This was a big one. Siblings can attend prom together, now just as friends.
Thank you. Thank you, Sims. We did not need more incest in our games.
I just want it on my television shows and my books. I don't need it.
Yeah.
One in particular. There's just one world where I'm like, this is fine. They need to keep the bloodline pure.
Yeah.
For the dragons. It makes sense. Werewolves with a particular sexual orientation will only accept a fated mate with another werewolf that is compatible. Good.
That is good.
Oh, there must have been a whole problem with werewolves and who their mate could be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There's a lot of... True love can be hard to find, especially if you tend to howl at the moon. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be selected, though. Werewolves will now be more selective over who they accept as their fated mate while flirting with other werewolves. That's nice. Not just, I'm going to accept you because you're a werewolf.
Yeah.
You gotta like me for me, besides my wolfy traits.
Well, werewolves can have a real hunger, especially if they have voracious hunger. That hunger should not mean they eat top secret lab doors or space rockets, though.
Why not?
Yeah, right? Other items werewolves should no longer add to the menu are dolphins, the mother plant pit, and high school whiteboards.
What? Dolphins? Dolphins are sons of bitches, though. Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
They're not nice.
No.
Pack leaders should not have to report to the pack leader, regardless of how strict the werewolf pack hierarchy is. Pack leader leads. What?
So pack leaders were told to report to themselves?
Okay.
Or a mythical pack leader that was not them?
The pack leader god.
Yep. Non-werewolf Sims will not devour raw meat, even if a werewolf housemate has hunted it and put it in the refrigerator.
Foxes that found themselves on the receiving end of a werewolf rampage can rest a little easier, as werewolves on a rampage should no longer pick a fight with foxes. I love foxes. I understand they eat the chickens.
They're so cute.
I just think they're so cute. I mean, I'm looking at the interesting ones. Bonehilda and Sims with Blessing of the Bones buff will not allow werewolves to carry out Curse Bite on them. Good for them.
Good.
Stand up for yourselves. Nail polish swatches now show what color they will make your Sims' nails, which is pretty useful when accessorizing.
That's good. And massages correctly count towards become a spa regular goal.
That's good.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was mainly the Emily thing was the big...
Yeah, that was the big update for that.
And the Game of Thrones ending in the high school years.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the sim news.
That's all the sim news that we got lately.
I swear to God, if something happens in the next week,
yeah,
we didn't record this a month ahead of time. Like
no.
we did that one dumb time.
We did it a week ahead, so hopefully nothing too major happens. Considering the summit was today.
So there might be an update next week. Maybe they haven't made an announcement though.
Watch our socials. I'm sure we've talked about it already.
We did it.
Yep. You'll hear us screaming in the background if something major happens.
Or you'll hear, are you editing this?
I can't remember if it's me or Jen editing this.
Someone will come in and be like, you know how they were bitching 2 seconds ago? It's because this came out. And we didn't know. And it's big enough to at least mention that we know.
We know.
We understand.
For that alone, I think we will wait until the last possible minute to upload it.
Well, we come out on Wednesdays, right? But their updates come on Tuesdays, so sometimes we just get screwed.
We miss it. It sucks.
But we very quickly learned it's not worth trying to do the 24-hour turnaround.
No.
Not for you. Not for Jen. I don't edit, so I just talk and hope something happens. We did it.
We talked.
What? Haha, you have to do the thing.
Yeah, I gotta do the outro.
Intro. Haha.
Well, if you are new, or if you just have never heard where to find us on social media or anything like that, we are PlumbobCast on Instagram and Twitter. We are Plumbob Podcast on Reddit. We are Under the Plumbob Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr. You can go to our website. It is plumbobcast.com. We have a contact form there where you can talk to us, or you can email us directly at undertheplumbobpodcast@gmail.com. We do have merch, so if you want to check out our shop, it is bit.ly/plumbobmerch. Always pay attention to our social media because we try to run sales as often as we can for that stuff because prices are trash everywhere.
We understand. Inflation sucks, so we try to give you sales.
Yes. So we will run sales as often as we can. Just pay attention to social media. Subscribe, rate, and review. We are on basically any platform that there is. If we're not on one, let us know. We'll get on there.
And listen, we've been stuck at 151 rating, like, worldwide on Apple Podcasts for a while, and I would like to see that number moved.
Yeah, definitely review us. Type
say
little
nice
words.
If you say mean things, then Jess will stitch you into a cross stitch.
Yep, you will go on my wall of shame in my office. It sits right above my computer.
Like, sometimes some 1-star reviews prove your point.
Yeah. Thanks as always, whoever wrote this. So that was mainly us too, because we knew we were going to do this. Yeah.
We watched the thing.
Yeah. Thanks to The Sims for putting out stuff today and over the last week for us to talk about.
We'll include in our show notes, we pulled from the YouTube link to the summit and also the official thing that behind The Sims that they released.
Yeah, so if you want to watch the video or if you want to read up on it, it'll be in the show notes. And thank you for listening and wanting to hear us talk about what's all going on in The Sims lately.
It was a bigger news day than normal.
Yeah.
Do you think it lived up to the hype? Do you think this was... I think sometimes the community ruins it for themselves.
I really do think that, yeah. As far as what The Sims does from day to day, yeah, it lived up to its own hype, but I think people were trying to make it a bigger thing than it was.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. And
we did
with
it.
That, yep. We're going to go back to the real world now. I'm going to eat my ramen.
I hope your food's not cold.
Oh, no, it's still warm.
Good.
Straight out of the microwave, it's good.
Oh, yeah. Straight out of the microwave.
Yeah.
I'll just throw it back in there.
Yep. Save your game, drink some water, and we'll talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.